everyone, welcome to GitHub Hot Today. Today's featured projects are Codex, a lightweight AI coding agent from OpenAI that runs directly in your terminal. Oh-My-Codex, an enhanced ecosystem extending codecs with advanced skills and workflow automation. And OpenScreen, a free open-source screen recorder for creating stunning product demos without subscriptions. Codex is OpenAI's coding agent that lives in your IDE, terminal, or browser. It writes code, reviews PRs, and debugs issues directly in your project. You get it with any ChatGPT plan. Install the desktop app, add a VS Code extension, or run it from your terminal with npm. The CLI is built in Rust and open source. Run Codex in your repo, and it reads files, runs commands, and suggests fixes right there in the terminal. The desktop app lets you juggle multiple projects at once. Each thread runs in local, worktree, or cloud mode, so you can isolate changes or offload heavy tasks. It has built-in Git tools. You see diffs, stage chunks, commit, and push without leaving the app. Worktree support means you can test ideas in parallel branches. For front-end work, the Figma MCP server is a game changer. Copy a Figma selection link, drop it into Codex, and it generates code matching your design system. You can also bring running UI back into Figma to iterate on the design, then pull those changes back into code. It's a proper two-way sync. Use cases cover everything from PR reviews and API migrations to building iOS apps and browser games. The docs have filters by category, team, and task type. Core components like the CLI, SDK, and skills are open source on GitHub. IDE extensions and the web interface stay closed, but you can file issues and contribute. Setup takes minutes. Pick your mode, sign in with ChatGPT or an API key, and start asking it to build features or explain legacy code. Oh-My-Codex turns OpenAI's Codex CLI into a full multi-agent orchestration layer. Instead of running single prompts, you get staged team pipelines, persistent memory via MCP servers, and isolated Git worktrees for parallel work. The core idea is simple. You're the conductor, not the performer. You delegate to specialized agents like architect, executor, verifier, or security reviewer, each with their own prompt and model tier. OMX ships with 33 agent prompts and 36 workflow skills out of the box. You trigger them with keywords like $architect, $team, or $autopilot right inside your Codex session. The killer feature in version 0.11.12 is automatic Git worktree isolation. When you run OMX Team 3:executor, each worker gets its own detached worktree. No merge conflicts, no manual branch management. Workers commit to their isolated branches, and the leader continuously integrates via merge, cherry pick, or cross-worker rebase. Conflicts get caught early and logged to integrationreport.md. You can mix providers in one team. Set OMX Team Worker CLI map equals Codex, Claude, Gemini, and run OMX Team 6:executor. Each worker gets its own worktree regardless of which CLI it's using. State persistence is handled by 5 MCP servers wired into the operator surface. You get state read, notepad write, LSP tools, and AST grep for structural refactoring without losing context across sessions. Installation is straightforward. npm install-go my codex, then OMX setup and OMX doctor. The setup installs 30 agent prompts, 40 skills, and configures your Codex CLI in under 2 minutes. For notifications, you can hook into Discord, Slack, Telegram, or use the OpenClaw gateway for programmable orchestration. Get alerts when sessions start, go idle, or ask user questions. One caveat: this is built specifically for OpenAI Codex CLI. If you're using other AI coding assistants directly, you'll need to adapt the MCP server configuration. But for Codex users, it's a massive force multiplier. OpenScreen is an open-source screen recorder that actually lets you edit your footage before exporting. No more recording, switching to a separate editor, trimming, and re-exporting. You do it all in one place. The core workflow is simple. You record your screen, then jump straight into the timeline. Here you can trim sections, add zoom-ins on specific clicks, or speed up boring parts. It even suggests zooms automatically based on your mouse clicks. You just hit the magic wand button, review the suggestions, and apply them. Saves a ton of manual keyframing. For the final look, you get controls for motion blur, background images or colors, and padding. You can export to MP4 or GIF in various aspect ratios, like 16:9 for YouTube or 9:16 for Shorts. Under the hood, the exporter was recently revamped to skip frame-based seeking, which makes rendering significantly faster than earlier versions. It runs on Windows, macOS, and Linux. The project is actively maintained. The latest version 1.3.0 just added undo-redo, multi-language support, and webcam overlay in picture-in-picture mode. There's a public roadmap too. Currently, they're looking at adding mouse and keyboard highlight effects. Since it's open source, you can check the issues and PRs to see what's coming next. One thing to note, auto updates aren't built in because the app is unsigned. You'll need to manually download new releases from GitHub. But for a free tool with this feature set, it's a solid trade-off. That's all for today's show. See you tomorrow.